Driving to work for me on a daily basis is never a crisis. I'm never stuck in traffic because I get to work at 4 a.m. while many of you are still sleeping. However, driving home, as much as it has been a pleasure during the lockdown period, but there's also that feeling of emptiness. Something is just not right.
It's really completely surreal working during this time. Driving to work is like a Sunday every single day. It's like a month of Sundays. First couple of days, I actually felt I was in, what's that Will Smith movie? I Am Legend. I felt like I was in that movie where there was nobody else and you were just waiting for any signs of life on the streets.
What has delighted me the most is to see our government working together, trying to do something really to make sure that as a unit we save lives.
The images that have touched me, and I'm sure I speak for many other people as well, is during the early stages of the lockdown, looking at vulnerable South Africans queuing patiently in the sun, waiting to procure social grants.
Seeing the visuals of desperate people who live in informal settlements coming out because they were alerted via SMS that there will be food distribution during the lockdown period, it just tells you how abnormal a society we are and how different our conditions are compared to the world.
I think what touches you is when you hear of the very young and you hear of the very old who have perished in this time, or those who've been affected. And you just think of entire nations. You think of places like Italy, and you think of places like Spain, and then you look at us in South Africa and you go, you know what, we're not that badly off. Of course, one life is one life too many.
I think South Africans have an indomitable human spirit, and it comes out during a crisis. We see people coming together, forgetting about their differences. We see, home executives doing their bit to help their neighbors out if possible. Also cleaners who are not working at this time, still getting paid.
Something that touched me recently was I stopped at a petrol station to get my petrol, and I looked at the petrol pump attendant, and he was cheerful and kind and friendly, and I just thought, what an extraordinary man.
There's a young woman who lives next door to my parents who goes to the pharmacy and the grocery store for them. My parents themselves play music for the 90-year-old neighbor across the wall so that she can hear it and have some fellowship with him. These are the stories of ordinary South Africans that are also important to help inspire us, and to know that with that attitude and with that spirit, we can get through this together.